today's video is going to be my promised question and answers video. So in my last video I asked you guys to leave some questions that you had for me to make this video, and today I'm going to be going through them all. My phone's upside down, and I will be answering them for you. So the idea behind this is that we kind of get more connected and you guys get to know me better. So I'll get right into it because I've got a feeling I'm going to ramble on with the answers. So first question, how old are you? I am currently 21, but in June on the 18th I'll be 22, so I am getting old. Who inspires you? I'd have to say someone like Lauren Conrad would inspire me, just because she seems really well put together and determined in her life. She hasn't let the fame get to her head, and I don't know, I just find she's really inspirational and just someone that I would want to be, honestly. So that's an easy way to answer that. If you could choose only one makeup brand to use products from for the rest of your life, what brand would it be? Now this one's really easy for me, and I'd have to say Maybelline, just because across the board, not just because I work with them of course, but across the board I find that their products are the best in terms of foundations and mascaras, especially mascaras. I love their mascaras, but also their lipsticks and their bronzers are actually pretty good as well. They're not my favourite, but they also kind of are comparable to my favourite, so I'd have to say Maybelline. How do you feel about cosmetics being tested on animals? Would you ever go cruelty free even if it meant giving up your favourite makeup products? Honestly, I haven't looked really too much into cruelty and makeup and all that kind of genre, I guess you could say. I really haven't looked up much about it, so my knowledge is pretty much nil about it. I know that it does happen, it's just not something that I'm really interested in looking into, because honestly I'm an animal lover and I don't want it to kind of ruin my experience with makeup. But I don't know if I would ever go off my favourite brands, I just really don't want to know about it, to be honest. Piercings and or tattoos. I'm guessing what you're asking is if I have piercings and tattoos, and I only have my ears pierced, so I have them pierced twice, as you can see, and that's all that I have, because it's really only what my mom will let me have. Like, I know I'm 21, but she's always said if I live under a house I can't have like a nose piercing or a belly button piercing, and I'm not really in the mood to test her theory on that if she's going to kick me out. So no tattoos and only my ears pierced. Where do you currently work? Are you studying? And do you have a long-term career goal? So currently where I'm working, I don't want to say exactly where it is, but I work in retail, so I'll give you that. Am I studying? Yes, I'm at uni at the moment studying secondary teaching, so I'm going to be a high school teacher. And as a long-term career goal, obviously I want to be a high school teacher, but within that I'd like to be a head teacher for English. So that's the teacher who's in charge of the entire faculty, so we decide, you know, what the students study and things like that. That's something that I'd really like to do. Do you still live at home with your parents? If so, are you planning on getting your own place in the near future? Yes, I still live with my mum and my stepdad. At the moment I really don't earn enough money in my job to be looking for a new house, but it is something that's very, very high on my priority list. So it's something that I'm really, really, really passionate about doing. I really just want to have my own independence and my own home. And that's pretty much number one on my list for my saving, which is what I'm saving for at the moment. But for the meanwhile, I'm stuck at home. What is your favourite shop? I guess my favourite shop would have to be something like Kmart, just because it's really awesome across the whole spectrum. So it's not just clothing, it's also shoes and homewares and DVDs and all sorts of stuff. I love Kmart, it's great. What made you make a YouTube channel? So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I actually have another YouTube channel which is all about Photoshop and stuff like that. That was actually my first one, which I did for about a year before I made this one. So this isn't my first channel, and then even before that I actually had a makeup channel which kind of fell through. I only made a couple of videos and then I got really embarrassed and I took them down, but there's still one that's up at the moment, so I'll put a link to it here so you can see what it looks like. It's so embarrassing, and honestly it's very rough, and you can see how far I've come from that, so you can have a look at that. Also, I had blonde hair in the video, so that looks really weird. Favourite drugstore brand and favourite Australian brand? Like I said, drugstore brand would be Maybelline, and favourite Australian brand would probably be Cotton On. That's my favourite, which is funny because I used to work there. What are your thoughts on plastic surgery? Honestly, I'm all for plastic surgery if it makes you happy. Like, personally, I'd never get it done just because the thought of changing how I was made really freaks me out. I know it's weird to say that, but it weirds me out. But if it's something that's going to boost your confidence and make you happier with how you look and how you feel, I say totally go for it. Don't even worry about what other people are going to say, because if you are happy within yourself, then that's all that matters. That sounds totally like cliche, oh, world peace, but that's really how I feel about it. Do you have a fleck in your eye? Yes, I do. A lot of people ask me about this. Yes, I do. I've made a video on it, so you can go and check that out. What are some tips for surviving at uni? I'm actually going to make a video on this subject, so I'll cut it short, but just make sure you're there for your own reason. Don't go there because some people have told you to go there, if that makes sense. I don't know, but I'm going to make a whole video on it, so I'll just leave that short and you can see the video when it comes out. What kind of music are you into, and what part of Australia are you from? As for music, I kind of really like everything. So when I was younger, I used to love pop, and then when I was a teenager, I got really into emo and hardcore music, and then now I'm just kind of whatever. So I actually really like 70s and 80s music, which is really weird, but I don't know, I just really like it. It makes me happy and it just feels a bit nostalgic, so I kind of like that style of music. But like I said, I like everything except for country. I'm not really into country. And as for what part of Australia I'm from, most of you guys know I'm from Newcastle, which is in New South Wales, and it's on the coast. So I'm right near all beaches, and I'm near the bush, I'm near Sydney, I'm near everything here, so it's awesome. What's your opinion on more hardcore music? So like I just said, I used to be into it when I was much younger. So when I was 13 to around 15, I was really into like hardcore music for some reason. It just came out of nowhere, and I'm still into it, honestly. Like, I like listening to Linkin Park. I know they're not super hardcore, but I mean old style Linkin Park. I also like Bullet for My Valentine, they're really cool. Breaking Benjamin, Five Finger Death Punch, they're probably my most favourite out of that still. They're the ones that I still listen to. What would you go without, eyeliner or foundation? So you guys know I'm an eyeliner girl. I would rather go without foundation just because as it is, I don't really wear foundation every day, so I could easily go without it. Are there any brands that you are dying to try that you guys don't have available in Australia? It doesn't really matter because slowly we're getting stuff. Like, we just got Elf in Kmart, if you guys didn't know that. So it's slowly happening here, but really I order most of mine online, so it doesn't really matter. Why did you decide to make YouTube videos? What inspired you? I decided to make videos just because makeup was something that I was slowly getting interested in, and my first channel, which I mentioned earlier, I made when I was around 18, I think 17 or 18, so it was just when I was starting to get into exploring makeup rather than just putting it on. I was actually trying new things, if that makes sense, and I saw videos on YouTube, then that was when like Sparkage and Peachy Lude and Lauren Luke, they were all the popular ones at the time, so it was still really small and I wanted to try it out myself, but it didn't work out obviously. But I tried it again with this channel just because I really wanted to have a good shot, and I really like editing, so that's kind of a big reason why I make YouTube videos. I really like the editing part of it. What inspired me to is really the people that I watch. So like I said, Peachy Lude and Sparkage and all that, and Makeup by Tiffany D, which she's still making videos, which is really cool. I just really like the way that they presented themselves, and I like the idea of being able to present myself. Like, that's a weird answer, but that's really the way I like it. Do you have any siblings? Yes, so I've got a half brother. He is turning 18 in October, and then I have a stepsister, and she is 21 this year, I think. So we're all pretty close in age. It's just we're all very, very different. Like, my brother is, no joke, 6 foot tall. I'm 5'5", I think, so he's very, very tall, and my sister is like rockabilly punk kind of girl, so we're all very different. I never really call them half brother and stepsister. I just call them brother and sister because that's what they are to me. If you had one wish, what would it be? My wish would be to own my own home, and as like silly and novice and whatever you would think that would be, it's really my #1 priority in life. I don't really have the desire to travel. I don't want to own a Louis Vuitton bag. I don't really see the virtue in any of those things. I just really want to own my own house. Unicorns or dinosaurs? Unicorns, because dinosaurs are for boys. Smarties or M&Ms? I'd have to say Smarties for some reason. I don't know why. I like them because they're flatter, so I don't know, I like Smarties. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Hopefully, like I've been saying throughout the whole video, hopefully in my own house, hopefully married, and hopefully with at least 1 child. Oh, and employed, being a teacher, obviously. So those are all the questions that you guys asked. Now, most of them kind of overlapped, but I thought I might as well answer them all as it was. So if you didn't get a question in time, or you have any more questions for me, please ask them down below and I will use them for our next question and answers video. I really like this video because it feels like it's a kind of interview kind of thing. I don't know, I just thought it was really cool, and like I said, it connects me more to you guys rather than just me being a stranger. So yeah, if you have any more questions, please ask them down below and I will make another question and answers video in the near future. And I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'll wrap it up here. I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. That sounded funny. Lovely. Bye guys.